Lawmakers approve a controversial gun bill, and the governor will sign the so-called red flag law. Reporter Brandon Evans describes how the bill impacts law enforcement and what could happen if they refuse to enforce it.
The controversy of this bill is with the extreme risk protection order. It requires law enforcement to remove guns from people a judge rules are a danger to themselves or others. Now tonight, we're not only looking at how law enforcement feels about it, but also what punishment police or sheriff's deputies face if they don't follow the law.
USA! USA!
People from across the state, many of them law enforcement, protested outside the Roundhouse during the legislative session, expressing their frustration with Senate Bill 5. Cibola County Sheriff Tony Mace is one of several sheriffs who have publicly said they will not enforce the law, even if ordered by a judge. Bernalillo County Sheriff Manny Gonzalez is not one of those sheriffs.
Once the law is enacted, we have our roles as sheriffs to enforce all laws and uphold the Constitution, and that's what we do, and I know what my role is as a sheriff.
But that doesn't mean he's happy about it. In fact, he says he wishes sheriffs were more involved in the discussion and creation of the bill.
If you want to have impactful laws that are meaningful and are relative to what you're doing, so I would think it'd be very important to reach out to those people that it directly affects.
On the last day of the session, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham warned against those who refuse to enforce it.
We will hold them accountable in the same way they hold their communities accountable.
But would these rogue sheriffs actually end up facing charges? KOAT legal expert John Day says it's certainly a possibility.
If someone challenges a sheriff's refusal to enforce that law in court, a district judge could hold that sheriff in contempt of court and stick that sheriff in one of his or her own jail cells until they comply.
Our legal expert says over the next few months, we could also see some of these sheriffs challenge the enforceability and constitutionality of the law in court. Reporting Brandon Evans, KOAT Action 7 News.
Now, once signed by the governor, the law would take effect on July 1st.